All right, Brian, how you doing, buddy? Um, um, I'm gonna give you my best analysis of this snatch video, and hopefully, I can help you correct the problems that you're having. And once you fix these things up, I hope that it can lead to you hitting not only 195, but breaking that 200-pound range. Because you definitely have the strength, and just by adding the technique into it, there's upwards of 225 and beyond that you should be hitting. So let's take a look at what's going on. I'm gonna run through your video in slow motion, kind of right now, just to kind of let you see where I think the miss actually happens, and then we'll go through the points that I think makes that happen. So the biggest problem here is, I believe, you land on your toes. Okay, the weight is so forward on your feet that you're not balanced, so you rock back to try to get on your heels, but you're just never balanced at all. So you're not landing solid under the bar. You're landing very dynamically. So there's not a there's never a base of support to support 195 pounds. At 135, that's probably very easy for you to catch. But you see how you rock forward to backwards, forward to backwards, so there's never a solid base. Okay? So let's analyze what's going on. And I'm going to compare it to me, and by no means am I saying that I'm an expert at the snatch, but I think by comparing it, you can kind of have another visual of what to look for. Okay? So, when we analyze the first pull, let's take this for example. I'm going to analyze my starting back position, okay, which is this line right here. And as I lift off and finish the first pull, these two lines should be parallel. And by definition, the first pull ends when the bar reaches your kneecap, okay? In that moment, if you look at the lines, they should run parallel to each other. So my back angle barely changes at all. What this does is it loads up a lot of power for that transition. Okay? See, at this point right here, my knees are almost locked, and I've brought myself into a very catapult-like position. Okay? So now, let's look at you. Here's your starting back position. Okay? Looks like you're going to do a deadlift because you've tightened up your hamstrings so much from the beginning. Okay? Oops, wait, wrong person. Now, as you move up, the bar reaches your knee about right there. So, there you can see your two lines. They're not parallel at all. Okay? The first pull has to be corrected by lowering your hips and getting your chest up. So when you start your deadlift, your butt needs to come down so that your chest faces straight ahead. Okay? That's going to be the most important thing for correcting the first pull. And then as you lift off, always make sure that you keep the bar close and you press your knees back. Okay? As you see, as I lift off, if the bar goes up 1 inch, my knees go back an inch. If it goes up 3 inches, my knees go back 3 inches, and so on, to the point where it reaches my knee, and I'm almost locking my knees out. I don't want to lock my knees out, but I'm almost there because I'm creating so much tension in the hamstrings. Okay? So, next part. As you pull through the second pull, which is when you scoop the bar and bring it into your hips, all you should be trying to achieve here is to change your chest angle, send your shoulders back, and bring the bar into your hips. Okay? Let's go back to your beginning of the second pull. Okay? So now, the problems that are occurring right here, let's see, what am I looking for? I want this. Is going to be your elbows. Okay? The elbows bending so early is taking away from the power. It's not a big reason as to why you're missing the lift, but it is taking away from the power. So if you're able to make sure that you keep your arms nice and straight as you move into the second pull, it's going to benefit you a lot more. See, right here, your hips haven't opened all the way, and your elbow is bending. Okay? So that minor detail as to why the power is being cut. Okay? So as you come into the second pull, the bar reaches into the hips, and you need to be focusing on moving the bar out of your hips and sending your shoulders back. Okay? The angle here should be such that you are really pulling back hard on the bar by leaning back and trying to make a flat-footed jump. Okay? Now you've bent your elbows, so you've taken a lot of power away from the hips. Okay? So you've bent your elbows and you never open your hips all the way. Okay? So you've put all of this 195 pounds on the bar and put all of that tension onto your arms. Okay? Look at the difference. My arms are long. I've put all the tension onto my hips. You have put all the tension into your arms. Okay? So at this point, your hips can't do anything for you. If you keep your hips nice and long, you'll be able to have a lot more power driving from the hips. Okay? And it'll help correct your back position. Now, I am certain that the reason I'm able to land balanced in this snatch is because I've pulled my elbows back. I mean, not my elbows, I'm sorry. I've pulled my shoulders back. Because of this throwing the shoulders behind me, I'm able to keep my weight on my heels. So as I pull myself under, I'm able to land in a solid position with my weight on my heels. Okay? Because you don't pull your shoulders back enough, the weight stays forward on your toes and your heels don't even get a chance to touch the ground, and you land very forward. All right? So just to review, the three things that we're talking about here: correcting the back angle on the first pull, almost taking away the elbow bend. The early elbow bend is going to cut away from your power, and sending your shoulders back into the as you reach as you finish the second pull, pull your shoulders as far back as you can with long arms. Okay, so let's reset both videos and give you a chance to take a look at both of them out. I think I can run them both in slow motion at the same time. All right, I hope that helps, Brian. Let me know.